curse these niggas.
Yep.
Right? But Balak didn't understand that the Most High put a spirit upon Balaam to not curse the Israelites, but to bless them. Come on, read on.
Verse 8 says, how shall I curse whom God hath not cursed?
How can I curse them who the Most High hasn't cursed? Come on now.
Or how shall I defy whom Yahawah hath not defied?
How can I defy him who Yahawah has not defied? Come on.
For from the tops of the rocks I see him.
From the tops of the rocks I see him, come on.
And from the hills I behold him.
From the hills I behold him, come on.
And lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations.
Right, come on.
Verse 10, who can count the dust of Jacob,
Right.
and the number of the fourth part of Israel?
Who can count the number of Jacob? And what they say?
Who can count the dust of Jacob and
And
the
number
number
of the fourth part of Israel. So you can't even number the fourth part of us. So how much? Doesn't matter how much you try and set up curses on us. You can't even count us. That's how much of us there are, man. As the scripture says, when it says Israel shall be like the sand of the sea, that can't be numbered or counted. We be like the stars of heaven, right? So it shows you that there's no divination or counsel against Jacob. Coming on.
Alright, so it says, who can count the dust of Jacob and number the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like this. Let's read that again.
Yeah.
Right, it says, let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like his.
Exactly. So you wind up blessing the Israelites. You know what I mean? That's only that it's the Most High's counsel. That's what's going to stand at the end of the day. Right? So come on now.
And when Balak said unto Balaam, what hast thou done unto me? I took thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast blessed them altogether.
You are not blessing them. But you know, that shows you that, you know, the Most High is always with his people. You understand? We're a blessed nation of people, man. So, you know, knowing that you're an Israelite, that's one of the perks of being an Israelite, knowing that, you know, we're a blessed people. Okay? Come on now.
And he answered and said,
I think that's the point. Go back to, I think it's, where's he at? Oh yeah, that's it. Lamentation. Let me get this one up here. Lamentation 2, verse 17. Let me start verse 16. Salaka. All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it. Yeah, so again, it's the Heavenly Father that put these other nations up over us to punish us. Alright? And mainly the so-called white man now. But this is all to fulfill prophecy. That again, for the controversy of his people, the Heavenly Father will send Yahawah to deliver his nation and save them. Starting with the elect that have that faith, man. Yeah, that's back in Isaiah 63. Yeah. So it says Isaiah 63, verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Right, so when you read that, it says, I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments. But now, as you know, the scripture says that I will not meet thee as a man. So we know this is literally Yahawah going to come as a physical man, chopping heads off and killing people. As the scripture says, every battle of the warrior is with garments rolled in blood. Right? So if you could bring that one up. I think that's Isaiah 9:05. You want to bring it up?
This is 2 Ezra 13 and 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire.
Read that again and break it down.
2 Ezra 13 and 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. Because the elder was speaking about when Yahawah comes back, he's coming back in a physical form, but he's not going to meet the earth like a man. He's coming as an extraterrestrial angelic power force. And the way the Lord's going to take heads off is by that voice, which is the laser beams, which are going to come from the chariot. We're going to have beams that can be so small that they can hit an ant, or it can be so large it can hit a whole city. But it's going, the point is, with that voice, which is the beam, it's going to wipe people out at the hand and command of the Lord Yahawah.
Pinpoint precision as well. Like, it's not going to miss anything. Like, everybody who's going to get taken out is going to get taken out. It's nothing. Yeah. Because Revelation 22 says, the whole life I'm walking down my own every man according to his works. So the elect, they're going to receive the salvation. But all the wicked, they're going to get taken out by the Lord, man. Except the elite who survive, they're going to be underground. What is Isaiah 9:5?
Isaiah 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and with garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
And they showed you that in that movie Gladiator, in the first part of the movie. You had men screaming, men on the floor with blood all in their garments. You had especially there's a lot of casualties after that war because they were fighting against Germania, I believe, in the beginning of that movie. And after they had won that war, I believe Maximus, but he was never a real character. But I believe Maximus, that was based off of what's his name? This guy, Septimius Severus. That was based off of him. But when Maximus was going through the camp, you had a lot of casualties, man. If you saw it, you had men with their leg chopped off, the stump of their leg, blood coming out of it. Guys had big gashes in their arms that had to be bound up and stuff, you know. So that shows you that's what happens in wars. Is every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood coming out.
Yeah, everybody's screaming and shouting.
You see men on horseback, you hearing the sound of horses. Some man even bring their dogs to war, man. To rot it. Like Maximus, he had his dog in the down battlefield, man, firing up the Germanian motherfuckers, man. He set the hound dogs in them guys, man. Come on.
Right, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Come on.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
But this shall be a burning and fuel. So this coming war, this third world war, shall be with burning and fuel of fire. But also in the midst of that, you're gonna have Yahawah coming with the fire, man. So when he comes, he's gonna come in as a man. Like with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. That's not Yahawah is gonna kill people. He's not gonna come with his sword like a man. Like, you know, you see Russian Edomites on the floor rolled in blood. You see American Edomites, garments rolled in blood.
I'm not even gonna.
Right? That's not how Yahawah is gonna invade. He's coming with the lasers, with the fiery.
Revelation 1 verse 7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and also they which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen.
Stop, read that again.
Revelation 1 and verse 7 again, Behold, he cometh with clouds.
Who's he? He's talking about the one who they call the Son of Man. Or his real name is Yahawah in the ancient Hebrew. Behold, he shall come, he will come with clouds. The clouds are what? The chariots. The Heavenly Father's military. He's going to come with the militaries of the spiritual. He's going to empty the spiritual realm. So it's going to be the spiritual realm versus the carnal realm. You see, the worlds are going to fight against one another. That's the times that we're coming to. So read that again.
Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
So every eye. So what type of war is this? Where every person on earth is going to see this one man with a sword in his hand, chopping people down. What type of war is this? So it's not some ordinary war. This is an invasion of planet Earth from the heavens. The scripture says that the Son of Man shall be revealed from heaven. And that's how every eye is going to see him coming up.
And every eye shall see him, also they which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
That's the vengeance. The scripture says that, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. So what is that? That's the vengeance. That's when the Most High is going to send Yahawah to exact his vengeance. You understand? You're going to bring up
Luke 12 and 49. I am come to send fire on the earth.
What?
I am come to send fire on the earth.
Come on now.
And what will I if it already be kindled?
Yeah. So it says, Yahawah said, I am come to send fire on earth. But you know, it's all spirit. It all starts with the spiritual, because we're bringing the fire right now.
That's right.
You know, we're consuming the people with this fire right now. And this fire is talking about this word, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So that's what I said, we will devour the wicked with the spirit of his mouth, and destroy him with the brightness of his coming. So it all starts with the spiritual before it gets the carnality. You understand? Spirit realm first, and then that's what the world that you don't see controls the world that you do see. So it always starts with the spirit, like the spiritual realm first. And that's what gave breath to the carnal world. The carnal world came into existence through the orchestration and the performance or the work of the spiritual realm. It breathed life into existence. You understand? So first, the Most High is destroying the enemy with this word, and then these words will come into manifestation, into life, man. When Yahawah invades planet Earth with the brightness of his coming. Go on.
Matthew 6 and 10. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Read that again.
Matthew 6 and 10. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Thy will be done on
In
earth as it is in heaven.
It is in heaven.
So show that the heavens came first. And then so shall it be done on the earth. Right? So the heavens is first. The spiritual side of things, the spiritual world is first.
The Hebrew Israelites, right? The Hebrew Israelites.
What's so funny?
It's not funny. I was just, you guys are doing the wrong thing. You're reading the Bible. You're Israelites.
Well, what's wrong with the Bible is a black man's book, though.
Of course, but you're Israelites. It's different.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be reading the Bible.
Why?
If you're Israelites.
Why? Come talk.
Because you're Israelites, innit?
Yeah.
You're Jewish.
No,
You're
we're
mostly
the Jews. Judo.
So you shouldn't be reading
The
the
word
Bible.
Jew is short for Judah.
It doesn't matter what it's short for. You shouldn't be reading the Bible.
Why?
Because you're Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah. That's our book. It's our history.
It doesn't make sense, bro.
Why? Tell me how it don't make sense. Because it doesn't make sense what you're saying.
Of course it makes sense, brother.
Explain.
If you're a Hebrew Israelite reading the Bible, then you're just a Christian.
No. What you was taught, listen, bro, what you was taught was the white man's garbage. Right?
Bro. The King James was black, though.
Right.
Exactly, so it couldn't be white man's garbage.
No, so for example, the Bible is true, but the white man took out the truth.
Is that the Orthodox?
He took the truth and he lied about it.
Is that Orthodox, what do you call it, Ethiopian Bible?
No, King James Version.
That's even worse because King James wrote the demonology of King James, and that's about the Bible. Have you read the demonology of King James, written by King James?
What's that about?
And on top of that, your elders probably didn't teach you about the
Demonology of King James.
rituals that you're supposed to do to actually become a true Hebrew Israelite. They're not telling you about the 8th step and the other 12 zodiac signs that you're supposed to. Yeah, bro, they're leaving a lot of things out.
What's that? The demonic.
The demonology by King James.
What's that about? Tell me about it.
It's about all of the things that Jesus was doing in the Bible, all of the miracles that Jesus was doing in the Bible. But anyways, on top of that, let me just drop it to you quickly. We got
Demonology of King James.
yeah, you could all come up. It's I think it's 16th century. But your elders are lying to you. You've got so much charisma, and you're in a cult, innit? It's another cult. But you're basically still a Christian. It's not any different from Christianity, you feel me? And you just actually have to read history, brother. Like Herodotus, read from Herodotus, understand that, then you go on to Alexander the Great and wanted to understand.
What's wrong with the Bible though?
Bro, it's the Bible, bro. There's nothing wrong with it.
You know King James was a black man, you said that.
I know.
And so why would he go through the trouble of translating it if he knew it was bullshit?
Bro, it's been tainted, bro. They said it was written by King James, but who knows who it was written by? It was constructed by a load of other white people, you feel me, that sat together and said, alright, cool, we're gonna
how's that possible?
plug out.
How's that possible?
How's what possible?
Because King James was a black man.
I know that.
Right, so
But who
the
rules
Bible,
the world?
the Bible was our
Who
book.
rules the world now,
The Bible
bro?
was our book.
Who rules the world now?
The white man.
Alright then, so what makes you think he's gonna give you the correct translations?
Yeah, because it's called the Renaissance period. He took our records and put himself there.
Bro.
That doesn't mean that the Bible's not
Alright,
true.
cool. Are you reading the Bible literally, or are you reading it from the esoterical point of view?
But listen, it's the truth.
Are you reading it
Like if I was to read a verse out of the Bible showing that God his hair looks like your hair, how could the white man why would he say that God is black?
Alright, cool. Let me show you, bro. Are you reading it esoterically and understand the esoterical teachings, or are you reading it literally? Which one?
What are you talking about?
Esoterical. Do you know what you're reading is metaphors and riddles?
Of course.
Alright then. So have you understood the esoterical teaching?
Of course, like if you stayed, you understand.
Nah, I'm not talking about
like you're talking about the Bible, but you don't understand the Bible.
Well, I understand it very well. I'm trying to.
Did you know that the Bible says that the Israelites were put on slave boats?
I'm trying to give you.
Did you know that? Did you know that though? Did you know that though?
Of course, bro. Of course, but I'm trying to give it to you.
Did that not happen?
Bro,
of course it happened.
Of course it happened.
Exactly.
But listen, bro.
So the Bible has truth.
It wasn't that much, bro. It was like 100,000 slaves that they took from Africa. Most people were actually there.
It was millions, man.
No, it wasn't, bro.
It was millions.
No, it wasn't, brother. That's a lie.
It was millions
brother,
of our people
brother,
that were put on slave boats.
Bro, do you really think they had they had the manpower in that day? These people are fucking, they're a minority. So do you think these minorities had the manpower to actually come and take millions of Africans that were fighting
Yeah.
and take them to America. You really
Because it wasn't just
impossible.
them, they were helped. They
That
were
was
helped.
impossible, bro.
You know that we were also selling our own people?
They actually have records.
We actually sold our own people.
Don't say that out loud. That
Because
sounds
it's true.
very stupid.
Because
that
it's true.
That sounds very stupid. That came later on. That's why you have to go and read. That came later on. By the time everyone was brainwashed. You understand? It wasn't during the period of the hard, dense war, like war fighting, 100% war fighting. So boom, that came later, like maybe 18th century. You understand? By that time, they've already conquered Black Europe and Black America. You understand? But listen, most of the people come from Central America. Most of the people were already there. You understand? Only 100,000 people was actually taken from Africans. On top of that,
we're going into like shit like.
On top of that, because it all ties back into this, bro. You understand? You refer to slavery that was in the Bible, so I'm just trying to say, look, you actually need to read actual history to understand what the Bible is trying to say to you. And obviously it's long, they'll stand on the middle of the street talking about it. But I'm just saying, look, bro, like your elders.
Well, what's your problem with the Bible, though?
Bro, there's no problem with it. There's no problem with it. But I'm just saying, bro, if you're a Hebrew Israelite, you shouldn't be reading the Bible because you're a Hebrew Israelite,
Exactly.
bro. You're a Jew then. Because the Hebrew.
Yeah, well, we are.
So if you read the Bible, then
so are you.
Wait. If you read the Bible properly, it will show you what the Hebrew Israelites truly believed in, and they didn't believe in the Bible. It was Moses. After Moses came down from Mount Zion, that's when
Mount Sinai,
whatever. Boom. That's when you changed into Christians and started to read the Bible. But before that, you wasn't reading the Bible. You actually had the same religion as the Egyptians.
We had the laws and commandments.
Nah.
Because we're not Egyptians.
Bro, it doesn't matter.
Do you know who the Egyptians are?
Who?
The people of Sudan. Them tall, dark-skinned blacks. We're not related to them.
You can say that.
We were slaves to them.
Nah, bro.
Like, you have to understand
They're the
that
same
the Egyptians had the Hebrew Israelites in slavery.
Ah, brother.
Yeah.
Let me show you. Now let me show you what happened there now. So, with that one, they tried to confuse, that's why I said you have to read history. So there was a pharaoh, there's a white pharaoh called Ptolemies, the first Sultan.
Yeah, that's when the Greeks came into power. That's when they took over.
Now the Greeks were already going to Egypt from before that.
They were.
Deuteronomy 4 and 40, thou shalt keep
doing?
therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee this day, that it may go well with thee, and with thy children after thee, and that thou mayest prolong thy days upon the earth, which the Lord Yahawah thy power giveth thee forever. So that's the law. He said you shouldn't be reading the Bible as Hebrew Israelites.
What does that mean?
Well, read it again.
Don't shout it, just talk it to me. Why do you guys...
We got to shout so you can hear it.
Deuteronomy chapter 4,
I don't want to be in the
verse
cameras,
40,
but
and it says, thou shalt keep therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee this day.
Right, so the Israelites were given commandments.
All right, cool.
Right.
But what did it like
Those are given the Bible. The Bible just means like collection of books.
All right, so
the
you
Bible,
were given commandments. You're given the 10 commandments, yeah?
You was given different books here, so we compiled it together and put it together. It was called Biblios. It's a Greek word which means collection of books that are written at different time periods.
Oh,
okay. That's
so
what it is.
you were given commandments.
We're given laws and commandments. That's what our ancestors were
10
given.
commandments.
Well, obviously 613 commandments. When we came out of Egypt as slaves, we came out in Egypt by the hand of Moses. From Mount Sinai, we received laws and commandments.
Alright, cool. Let me show you what happened now.
That's the basis.
Let me show you what actually happened. So you have a king, right? You have
Wait, but let's bring out this precept. I'll link to it.
Right, this is Joshua 23 and verse 6. Be ye therefore very courageous to keep and to do all that is written in the book of the law that Moses, that ye turn not aside thereon to the right hand or to the left.
Right, exactly. So
okay, that is still, bro. Everything that's being said goes, like, you don't even know what's being said, really. But I'm saying, like, actual history, innit? So it's like this, bro. After Alexander the Great came to Egypt, invaded, he caught us slipping, we were fighting with each other as usual. You know? Boom. Alexander the Great came in, He threatened everyone. Oh, you're beautiful. The knowledge is beautiful. Oh, you guys really know God. All right, make me Pharaoh. No, we're not gonna make you Pharaoh. Oh, if you don't make me Pharaoh, we're gonna kill you. All right. Oh, cool. Made Alexander the Great Pharaoh. Alexander obviously cursed him as well. He went on to India, Asia, Black Asia. He got killed there. Or whatever happened to him. Then there was a war called the Dia Dolce, between these 5 generals. But the one that we need to be focused on is called Ptolemy the First Hotel. I'm sure.
He took over
Egypt, all right, and he's the first white pharaoh of Egypt. And then the real inhabitants of Egypt, guess who they became?
They don't listen.
They became the Hebrew Israelites. So that's what I'm saying. You guys don't read fucking properly. The white people tell you that's they do.
That's not true. That's
brother,
not true.
brother.
You were Israelites long before that.
Brother. Let me calm down innit? So you can respect me and information comes from my mouth. So after Alexander, after Ptolemies, literally he enslaved the actual Egyptians, and then the actual Egyptians took their morals and principalities and formed a new culture of the Hebrew Israelites. Facts, brother.
No, it's not,
Facts,
that's
brother.
not facts. You're going off.
Go and read actual history. I'm not, bro. You guys get your
Genesis
history from.
39
You
and
get your
1.
history from the
And
book,
Joseph
bro.
was brought down to Egypt.
Wait, what?
And Joseph was brought down to Egypt.
Joseph was long before the Greeks was even thought of. There you go. This was like hundreds of years before the Greeks was even thought of.
Let me show you.
What does the word Israelite mean? What does the word Israelite mean?
I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even know.
No. Wait.
I don't
the
know.
word like Israel.
But
Wait. The word Israel means like Jacob.
Okay.
So we became the Jacobites, the descendants of a man called Jacob, or descendants of a man called Israel. Right? Like Jacob was the son of Isaac. He was the son of Abraham. And that was long before the Greeks.
Okay.
Long before.
Okay.
So the Greeks. So we're not.
So
the,
that's
so
what you
Greek,
think.
The Greek Empire doesn't predate the Hebrew Israelites.
Bro, that's what you think, right? That's what you think.
No, it's facts. Let me show it.
Bro, that's what you think, but you're getting your history from a book.
Right, because it's facts.
It's not historical, bro.
It is historical.
Bro, it's not though.
Well, and that's up to you if you don't believe it. If you don't believe it, that's what's
Brother, the Bible is the Bible. History is history. The Bible is the Bible. History is history.
Let me get this. It's Genesis chapter 35, verse
What's
10.
the apex war? What's the apex war?
And God said unto him, thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel.
Okay.
So we became, his children became known as what? The Israelites.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah? Alright. This is going off a bit off topic, but I want some clarification, yeah? So, like, Jesus is a light bearer, right? One of the light bearers, right?
Well, he has the light is this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Yeah.
So, the Most High had 2 light bearers standing beside his thrones, right? The Most High, God, had 2 light bearers standing on either side. One of them was Jesus, one of them was Gabriel, right?
Where are you getting this from?
From the same book that you read.
No.
I don't, bro. This is what I'm saying. You guys are not reading it.
Where you get that from?
Have you read the Bible properly?
Where you getting this from?
You read it.
Like, genuinely, I looked at myself and I was
All
like,
of it. So you would know that Jesus is one of the light bearers, and then Gabriel is the second light bearer. I'm not a Bible basher.
So hold on. What scripture verse referring to the same? Show us.
Bro,
You're such a scholar.
I'm not
Teach
a
us.
Bible basher.
No, but you know so much, right?
I'm
You
not
know
saying
so
that
much.
though, but I'm not
No,
saying
you are saying that.
Now you're being
Why do you show that image of a nuclear bomb? Why do you show that? Do you believe that we're going to have World War III? With who?
It's a world war. So it's not just between 2 nations. It's a world war.
Yeah, but it starts off between 2 nations. I mean, right now you've got Russia and America. So do you think that's going to spill into World War III? Or do you think it's going to die now? Supposing it dies now, will you feel your prophecies have been a little bit disappointed?
Oh, well, prophecy is not for everybody to read.
No, but I mean, but if you are making the prophecy, if you're saying it will be between Russia and America, that would start World War II, and it doesn't. It fades now. There's a high possibility that it will fade down. So if it fades down, you will have to concede to yourself, I got it wrong.
Well, that remains to be seen. We can say confidently that it will happen according to this word.
Okay, well I'll give you another scenario on that, right? I don't believe it's going to be. I do not believe it's going to be between Russia and America. That's too obvious in a way. That's communism against capitalism. And at a time when a lot of other...
was the Word,
Wait a minute,
and the
wait a
Word
second.
was with the Most High, and the Word is a manifestation.
Can you see God competing against himself, by the way?
The Lord, the Most High.
Yeah, I mean, God is working through me.